Hi, I'm Pastor Katie, and I want to welcome you to the Garden of Grace devotion. The question that I begin with today is, what do you do? What do you do when you find yourself at odds with someone? What do you do when you find yourself at odds with someone that you love? Perhaps they have very different beliefs that you do about certain things, either religiously or politically. Perhaps they have different ideas that you don't agree with. What do you do with that? I've heard people's faith questioned. I've heard people's humanity questioned. Well, how can so-and-so be this? Call themselves a Christian or call themselves this or that? And they think this way. There's a temptation, I think, sometimes to sort of demonize the other. Which builds up more walls and creates more conflict. Yesterday, I received a phone call. Not unlike calls and conversations that I've had over the past several years. It was a conversation, a phone call from a person who had just had a really unsettling conversation. They accidentally stumbled upon a topic that they realized they and the person that they were talking to understood very differently. The two people who are very close and have been very close for a long time, in the midst of a regular conversation, all of a sudden realized that they had very different opinions about something that they both found quite important. So what do you do when that happens? The person called me and they were concerned and upset, and I listened. And one of the things that I did was I got curious. I asked questions about why the other person might think the way they do, where some of the comments may have come from. And then I thought of this verse from Romans chapter 12. Verse 18. It reads, "If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. I do not think that means that we should excuse behavior or not advocate for what we feel is important. We have responsibility to serve God and others, to write letters to our political folks, to do the things that we feel like we need to do to advocate. And yet, at the same time, we're called to do this peaceably. That's not always easy, is it? I think some of the more important things that we can do are have some of these hard conversations with others in ways where we are grounded in the peace of Christ. So next time we find ourselves at odds with someone, what does it look like to differ about something, to have a different opinion, to stand on a different side of an issue? And also, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, on me, to live at peace with everyone. May God help us to do so. And may God's peace be with you today and always. Amen.